YouTubers, ladies, gentlemen, gamers. It is I, your host, Nasty Nate Triple A here again, and I've got a fun one for y'all. This is a crazy effing game I just played against, all these players, of course, but especially one of them, and one of them is a controller player, in fact, and I was impressed by him. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to catch this, but the main reason is it's one of the most friggin' epic games that I've probably ever played. Like, there was just such an epic battle. And we're just gonna hop right into this here. So we can see I'm spawning once again as, Japanese. I keep getting Japanese, hitting that random button, and I don't know what it is. It seems to land on Japanese, like 30% of the time. So we're gonna be Japanese again. Hooray. But anyways, let's get into this game. So we've got kind of a land, mountain, a bit of everything. We got a lot of forest, we got a lot of mountains, we've got a little bit of everything, right? But the point is, we've got one sacred site, we've got an HRE player near the middle, we've got a Mongol player near the middle, and this guy's got a nice little spawn over here, purple. He's got a big old golden stone here. Jeez, that looks huge for some reason. But there's a couple controller players. I don't know if we saw in the lobby. I think one of them was red, but I don't remember who the other one was. But I'm sure you guys could saw that in the in the video. You'll be able to figure that out. Maybe I should pause really quick and we should figure that out. I can just check real quick because I have this replay loaded. I can just load it up real quick and we can check on that. And the controller player is green. Green is the other controller player. Okay, cool. So we got green down here. Green here's left the game. Never mind. Sorry guys. There's no other controller player. He's gone. He's right here actually. So no one has seemed to notice it. I think Pink would have destroyed him right away if he had seen this, right? No way. So he did scout this at one point. It looks like it was with his scout. Maybe he just didn't care. He wants to go straight up into Regnitz, I believe. I think he gets a super insane timing on it too, so I guess he decides he doesn't. Yeah, he's scouting this. He sees this king. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't want to attract any attention to himself. It's a strategy, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to age up real quick. So we see Regnitz at 825, one of the fastest Regnitz I've seen. Definitely insanely fast, especially on nomad mode, hitting it 4-9 minutes is super insane. Let me pause this. I got some music. I just put my headphones on. The music playing there, but there we go. So we hit right at 9:30. He finishes his Regnitz. He didn't have that many bills on it, so it could have been even faster. But he's gonna start picking up relics, and he's decided he doesn't need to. I guess maybe he's gonna take this king later. He figured if nobody else worries about it. But I have scouted it, and I have decided to make a stables and send a couple of horsemen down here to deal with this king, because I saw the opportunity for a free kill. I also was scouting a lot because I saw another player had left the game, and I think he already got picked off. Red actually claimed that kill, I believe. So Red has a kill, and I'm about to steal this one here. My unit is stuck, as is tradition in this game. There's a lot of great pathing, and we get the king kill. So now we see, we see Pink already has 3 friggin' relics. He's starting to get stables out. 4 relics now. More probably on the way. Maybe even this one he'll get, or Red will get it, probably. So he's gonna have 4 relics to start here. 5 relics. Okay, he got another one. There it is. Alright, let's take a look at Pink's vision. Does he have more coming? Like, how many does he actually have? Okay. So this one didn't find anything. This one, he didn't. Scout. I came over here to harass him, and I killed a few workers. So I knew I needed to slow him down. He's going to be a big problem this game. He can't even put all his relics in a building yet. He's got too many. So 5 relic game for Pink. Looking really strong. let's go ahead and speed things up now. We don't see a lot more action. Looks like blue and purple are going to be kind of facing off down here in the bottom corner. As for the rest of it, I don't know. I know, I noticed that pink got up really fast right into, and I kind of told everyone, and I think red was the only one who responded and agreed to kind of like work on dealing with that. And we also noticed there was a single sacred site, of course, which pink is not going for, but is an option for him, right? So we do have to keep an eye on him, keep him in check. He's going to have an insane economy boom. Unfortunately for us, we do have one relic up here in the corner. And I have gone once again into a temple of equality. I mentioned in the last Japanese video that I've been wanting to try out this landmark more since they made some of the stuff cheaper. I think the monks train faster too. There's still 80 gold. I think this upgrade's a lot cheaper. But this is also a map where there's not a lot of gold. As you can see, there's a couple here in my base that we have access to. But aside from that, there's really nothing, right? Like I think everyone's kind of in this position. I guess red maybe has a little bit more gold down here. There's a little bit more gold here between orange and purple. Whoever wins down here. But yeah, red, as red even mentioned to you later in this game, I think. There wasn't a lot of gold, but he actually had more than I think anyone else, if we count this as his too. Yeah, which I think we do. It's crazy. Yeah, there just wasn't a lot of gold in this map. I don't even see any giant gold veins either. There's not really any of those, are there? Yeah, just unfortunate spawn. So orange might have a lot of gold as well if he wins out this area and he takes this north side or west side, east side. God, my direction, my sense of direction is all screwed up right now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, he's got a lot of gold up in the east side here. He has access to. But we've already realized that we're running low pretty quickly here. And I've called for help. I saw elite knights coming to my base. I only have castle age knights. So we're in a bit of a tight spot here against pink. And fortunately, orange has also come to help. So orange is coming in. He's letting purple and blue are going to be fighting each other, but orange is going to help us as well. And looks like purple's winning the fight here, I want to say. Blue's definitely crumbling. He's down to 1,400 points. He's just been destroyed. It's a complete wash for a blue player. And pink, he keeps trying to hit me, but I keep calling out for help in the chat, forging some alliances against the player with all the relics and the single sacred site. So that's looking pretty good for us. We're getting a lot of. So I'm gonna move through this game pretty quick, guys, because as you can probably imagine, if you saw the timer, it's a longer one. So we're gonna just kind of speed through it a little bit faster than we usually do, just because maybe I should have waited a little longer to cast this, but I want to do it while it was fresh too, just because I remember everything that happened for the most part. It looks like purple got blue eventually, as we expected. And now me, purple, and red all have a kill. So we're looking pretty good. But now, unfortunately, it looks like orange for some reason has decided, forget pink now and let's go attack purple. I'm not sure why. I guess because obviously purple's a weaker target, so I get the thought process there. If he if he thinks he can get a kill, but as you can see, it's not going to be an easy kill. In fact, purple is probably going to win. So this was like a huge mistake by orange to attack into purple there. But now we're going to see red. Red is fighting pink here. He lost his king right away, unfortunately. A little bit of rough micro with the controller there. But I guess it doesn't matter. The king isn't too important. Like, it's not like John Dark, I don't think. I don't really play English much, as you can imagine. I just use the king for early harassment. I'm not sure what benefit it provides the army, if any. I don't think it does. But now, yeah, we're setting up siege with red, working together. Unfortunately, pink's not gonna fall so easily because, for one, I made that landmark where some of my supply is caught up in those monks, and we can see that I already have, 15 monks out. So I have some gold eco, even though I'm not, only about 500 gold eco, but I'm not mining any because there's none left for me to mine. So we don't need as many villas, I guess. You could say those count as villas, but I think the supply isn't. They're not the most supply efficient, unfortunately. Like if we had, I'm not sure how much. Let's take a look real quick and see how much. The does one of these take in terms of supply? Is there a way to figure that out? I actually don't know. It doesn't seem to show it on the tooltip anywhere. That is interesting. I'm guessing it probably takes like 2 supply, and it gives you 25 a minute, which is probably, if it's 2 supply, I would say that's probably like similar to a peasant or a little bit weaker, I want to say, but yeah, it's probably a little bit less supply efficient than a villager. But now we're you know, oranges, I don't know what orange is doing. He's looking for resources, I guess. They're gonna fight. He's gonna fight over the gold with red, maybe. Red has gone into the he's got the Warren footman. Okay, so he's got into the Warren Palace, and he's coming in. We're working on it together. Pink's getting a little upset, you know, and it's fair, I think, to be a little annoyed that you're getting hit by 3 players, but you did decide to spawn in the middle. So, you know, that's what happens, man. You know, I think you should have gone maybe for the relic victory on the single sacred there. This was going to happen regardless, you know, if you're spawning in the middle by yourself, claiming all the relics that fast. It's kind of inevitable, right? But we see, you know, I'm just not able to get a big enough army to really push in there. I am at least having some income and some gold units, though, which is nice. But, you know, at this point, actually, we don't have that many. We don't have that many for the monk shit. Now we have 28, so we're getting better. We're getting up to now we're getting somewhere with the gold income here. But you can just see my supply, even though I do have the plus 50 because I sniped that kill early on. Okay, so sorry we missed this, guys, but purple got a kill here. He got a second kill. He killed this player that attacked him, orange, and now he's got 2 kills. So purple's going to be strong, and yeah, he's going to eventually, hopefully he'll come help soon. But you know, me and red have been trying. Red especially has been really pushing into pink. I've pushed in when I can, but my army supply has been not the best. Okay, now we've got a bigger army. We're going to be ready to attack pretty soon. Purple is pushing out, trying to claim these gold veins from red, trying to steal them back. I kind of want to look at what red's doing here. He's got a pretty big eco, 50. Not as many as I would think on the food though. For the free gold income. I don't know if he has any relics either. Does he? He has 1 relic. Okay. No tithe barn. Only 1 relic. Wow. Yeah, he did have that one that was his in the corner there that spawned, and now we're pushing in again. We're kind of getting demolished by pink, but now red is able to push through. It looks like because we attacked as well. We couldn't really coordinate perfectly, so we did what we could. Red's breaking through, and now we see purple coming up here as well to help deal with pink. Even though you know, pink doesn't have any kills in this case, we're still worried about his eco, and we're gonna focus. And plus, he's in the middle. He's just easier for everyone to target, so we make him the priority. And with purple coming in here, we see that pink was kind of enraged that me and red were teaming on him, so he fed his king to purple intentionally. He mentioned that. So unfortunately now I thought this might have been GG. I said red, hey, I think we're dead, buddy. Like this might be it, you know. But he did mention that purple had just gotten Imperial. Actually, he hasn't been Imperial this whole time. Let's take a look at his army. He has crossbowmen? They're not elite crossbowmen. He's got Gulams that aren't Gulams yet. So if we see he's getting those upgrades now, he's getting his lead upgrades. So red was able to kind of push him back right before he gets all these upgrades. Red is able to get in here and fight his army, which is great. Perfect timing to attack. Now he's kind of set purple back a little bit, but purple does have a huge bank, but he's also suffering the same problem that all the rest of us have been, except for pink, which is we don't have any gold. And now there's a bunch of relics down in the middle here, and we did notice this. We sniped some of these buildings. There's like 1, 2, 3, you know, like the 5 that we mentioned earlier. They're all here, and we're gonna try to claim them all as we push into purple. He's kind of situated in this spot back here where he's pretty protected. Looks like red is, now that the guy has his lead upgrades, red is trying and failing to attack him. trading out some army, but for the most part, red is losing this battle just because of the supply differential here. We see even after all that, 180, going over 200 military supply. He's at 350 supply cap, and he's doing super well, right? Red's gonna need some help, but he's gonna try to reinforce for now. But you can just see here that purple is definitely winning the fight. And I'm having some trouble. There's some. I knew I had to come in on this side to attack, so I didn't run into red's army. But we had trouble here. My siege kind of went the wrong way, and you know, getting through these neutral walls was kind of annoying. So we got a little bit delayed there, and then eventually we came through. But it looks like red actually did manage to win that fight. Strangely enough, I was actually very shocked. And look at his. Oh my god, his bank is huge. How did this happen, red? I guess all that gold and stuff he had, and of course getting the English upgrade, they give you farms gold is always nice. What is his income? So he's got 1100 per minute. Wow. Okay, he's got a ton, obviously a ton of food per minute, but also, yeah, that is an interesting situation he's got going for himself. He's got a lot of stone too. He must have soaked up a lot of the stone on his side of the map, and he's just doing great, you know. Wow, 1200 per minute. So his, you know, his gold income's free, whereas mine takes supply, unfortunately. I mean, obviously mine's gonna be better, I think, or it has the potential to be better at least, because you know you can't have that many on food, right? And you don't get that much gold from. I don't think you do, at least. I'm surprised to see it even this high. We'll see if that maintains. He's still mining some, so we'll wait until he dries up, and we'll check again on that later. But we see. Okay, I'm coming in here now finally, and you know, purple's just cleaning up red. My army, you can see, just not very big because I've dedicated so much supply into those. You know, how many do we have now? 52 Buddhist monks. Yeah. So I got to about 1200 or 2000 gold per minute here, and you know, I was debating deleting them, but I didn't really want to yet. I figured we can let this play out a little bit. I can build up a bank, probably enough for like a wonder or for like just a ton of money. And then eventually when I need to, when purple starts to overcome red or whatever, I can, like, you know, really make a big army and help out and be a much better contributor to this 2v1 situation. But as for now, I'm happy with just building up a bank and sending in a smaller army. Because it's not really a threat if I need to, you know. I do want to get the king kill, I know that much. Red does have a kill already as well. Let's take a look at the supply. Yeah, so we're both at 250, so if he gets the kill, it's going to be an uphill battle for me. If I get the kill, it's going to be an uphill battle for him. We both are aware of that. So maybe we should have actually committed higher, you know, into the army here just to make sure that we crush purple. I mean, it's hard to guarantee that we're the one that crushes him, right? Because he just has so much army supply himself that he could really do whatever he wants with his king. He could give it to one of us, or he could just, you know, hide it in the corner, and whoever gets there first. I'm actually kind of curious where he's put his king. Let's take a look if we can find it. It is here in this keep, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Let's keep that selected. As me and red start to kind of break in here. But it's still a question, you know, like, are we going to break in here? Because my army, as you can see, just getting completely cleaned again. Red, I am able to commit gold to my army. Red, not so much, it seems, or at least doesn't want to, which is probably for the best. Make it look like you're out of gold completely. One strategy there for sure. Good job, red. And he's taking a big fight. He does have some cannons now. He's invested in some cannons finally, but not really what you need against, you know, against all these camel archers. I don't know if that's gonna be the best. Now I'm coming back down, and you can just see, like, this is just a non-stop battle going on over here. Purple just has such a huge army, but I'm coming in again, once again. As he starts to push red back, I'm pushing him. And yeah, he's just trying to defend two places at once. You can see my bank is huge. Me and red both have huge bank. Purple's running out of resources though, and his supply is dwindling. So you can see this isn't going to last forever. Our banks are too big, and my armies are too expensive, and red's armies are just too big. Between the two of us, you know, we're fielding well over 200 supply and army. Yeah, like 300 supply almost, and now purple is just on his way out. So red comes in here, it looks like. He sends a bunch of his, units here. Whatever these units are. Elite horsemen, huh? Okay. 15 elite horsemen. And I didn't know, I didn't check right here. I didn't actually, oh, I should have noticed this. I think I was back at my base, and we got stuck too. Yeah, we didn't really realize that red was already in here. And we weren't paying attention. And it looks like he's gonna... I thought he got fed the kill, but it looks like I was just completely blind and not paying attention. And when red sneaks in here, and he takes the kill. So as soon as that happens, obviously I notice it then. I come back here, and I'm like, okay. I already started these keeps here. Already planning for this. And I figured, even though he's got the supply advantage now, I do have the gold. I thought that I have a lot more gold than him. As it turns out, he does have a pretty reasonable gold bank. I do have more than him, but he's just going to have a supply advantage, which is going to help him out a lot, right? A plus 50 supply advantage. But we do have these keeps going up. I was debating going for a wonder, but I realized there's one sacred site. There's really no point in going for a wonder. He can take the sacred if I build a wonder. So there's really no reason to do it. Waste all that money. And now comes the epic part of this game. This player red, like I said, he was on a controller, so amazing job by him, everything he's done this game, and you're about to see the epic part of it here as we mount our armies towards the middle here. Let's take a look at what he's got. So he's not quite maxed. I am, and I have the keeps here to help me out. I was just kind of rallying towards the middle here, probably not the best. And we had a micro problem here, like a move command that really messed me up at one point here. But and then these keeps are being canceled here because of all these. He's built all these rams, which is really annoying to deal with. I never thought rams could be so annoying, but I guess they are really helpful to build, especially when you just have buildings like keeps to run into. They just kind of derp around. Excuse me. They just kind of derp around, and they kind of like distract units too, right? Like units start attacking them, and they actually absorb a lot of damage, so it can be very annoying. And yeah, you can see where we were, damaged, and never finished these walls here. I guess I was too distracted trying to A move or whatever I was trying to do with my army here, and you can see that, or we're starting to burn our bank pretty hard here. I think we already burned about 10k food and wood. Yeah, 15k food and wood, and most of our gold are, 20. I think we have 20k gold. We're making all these siege units, of course. And it's just like an epic battle, right? We're just going crazy here, burning through all our resources. Red's coming in. He's now completely maxed. And because he still has 154 eco. But you can see like his gold per minute's not very high. It's only 800 now. Despite having 67, 68 on food. Only 800 gold per minute. And then, at some point here, I think I bring my, I don't know if this was a mistake or not. Maybe you guys can help me figure that out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose this if I don't bring all my monks too. Like the supply that I'm, have sitting on base is just too much. And I bring all my monks, my 51 monks, to kind of help heal and help support here. I figure they can, do some work. Another thing I forgot here was to use my stockpile of my core house. So I have 100. I have 100 in the bank now and climbing. And we'll talk about that later. I kind of forgot about it, unfortunately. But we didn't really need it per se. Like we're still maxed, right now. I think we didn't need it, but pretty soon I think we will. And unfortunately we did get decapped on the site, so we were down to about 3 or 4 minutes left, and we got decapped. And we're starting to lose some of our monks here. Unfortunately, we only lost a handful of them so far. It's fine, but I think at some point here we're gonna lose more than that. We don't really have like a tanky front line for these monks to heal right now. Our units are rallying in from too far away. There's too many units rallying from way up here. We did build a lot of production out here closer to us while we were attacking purple as well. But I think we just needed to like take some of that, but maybe build some more production and take this stuff out of our control group, right? So that we just build right here. Now we see I'm trying to reclaim the sacred site. Red is building his own keeps here. They're trying to. And I have some units stuck back here. They're kind of jammed behind my keeps. I finally figured it out. I'm pulling the cannons forward, and now we're going to kind of clean up his keeps. But let's take a look at his resources now. So he's, well, I want to say he's running out. I guess he's running out of food. And with 83 workers on food, it's kind of a lot, you know. Yeah, all his resources are getting lower. So we're both burning each other's supplies, but mine's already out. And you can see my supplies starting to drop. We do still have, we've maintained at least 30 of our monks. They're kind of tanky, I guess. And we're using this ability to reduce damage. I wonder if we brought down some relics here would have been a play, but it would have been risky, of course. But 20 increases 24% movement speed and 20% damage. Yeah, that might. I think bringing one relic at least would have been like a really good idea. Actually, it's a 90-second cooldown, but I think it it could make a huge difference to have that attack speed in some of these fights here. That might have been the right play here. Do that, but then we see like he's coming through. We have a huge siege army, but the siege army is struggling once it gets, the rest of the army gets kind of cleaned up, and we're kind of falling apart here. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much gonna die here. Okay, we're gonna lose the game. It's unfortunate, but we do have to surrender the sacred side. I think at this point, Red's got way too much here. Just a constant epic battle, never-ending fight. It's amazing. Props to Red again. Like I was saying, he's on a controller, and he's actually been fighting everybody this whole game. Like he's been fighting pink this whole game, he's been fighting purple this whole game, and now he's been fighting me this whole game. So he's done a great job of, let's take a look at what he's got here. 36 barracks, 11 archery ranges, 14 siege workshops, and 20 stables. And some of them are back farther in his base, but it's not that far for him, I suppose, as it is a little bit farther for me, where I set up some of my production kind of way too far in the back. You can just see, I guess we kind of held him, and I was starting to wonder if he was out of resources, because I actually asked him if he was out too, because I noticed like not only was my army drying up, his was too. So then I was planning on leaving this game, but then I realized, oh wait, he doesn't have that much either, and you can definitely see that he definitely ran out of resources, despite his huge eco with 150 villagers. Basically, he's running on, even though I mentioned that some of my supply had to be stuck in those monks, we also have to mention that we have 3, 4, 5, 6 relics here, and I think Red only has 1. So even though some of my supply is tied up in those monks, I can definitely afford to have less tied up. As you can see, I've been having quite a few less villagers than him, because because we do have those relics, and unfortunately we don't have tithe barns as Japanese though. So you can see, I think you only get a bunch of you only get the gold income. So yeah, if I was any other civ in this game, basically I would be getting a lot more out of those relics than I am, unfortunately. So unfortunately, that's what happens. And, at least I'm denying them from him too. So I think it's definitely worth it to have them. It's just kind of unfortunate that you can't get tithe barns. I really wish they would add that upgrade into the game for Japanese. But it is what it is, and now Red is taking the sacred site. So I decided I wanted to go for try to get a run by on him, and he's like, no, shaking his finger at me. He was aware that I might try to do that as like a last-ditch effort. And then, so then we're basically, we're in trouble here, right? We're basically out of the game, I figure. But then I remember something. We still got something here, I think, that we've forgotten about. We've got 130 things here in the and climbing in the gunsmith that I've forgotten about until some moment here. Maybe it's a little bit farther up, but as you can see, okay. Well, we haven't spent any yet, right? We're still at. We waited until really the last possible minute to even use this thing. I just completely forgot about it, guys. Like, it was kind of funny. But I'm glad I didn't forget about it entirely, like the whole game. That would have been pretty sad. But I think it could have supported me earlier, and I definitely think I could have won this game had I remembered to use that landmark earlier on. But you can see that You know, we made it. I kind of spammed the cannon key a little bit too much, but I still have 44. I just don't have any supply now, and here we expanded a bunch more Rebel Quins, so we're just destroying his army with them. I was debating going for the, you know, of course, for the Zetsu is what you always kind of want to, you know. But I don't think they're. I mean, they are insanely good against buildings. I just don't think they do anything else besides attack buildings well, as far as I know. It does have splash damage, so maybe it could have worked. I don't know. Maybe you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Was this the right composition? Way too many cannons. It seems like I probably needed more Rebel Quins than cannons. I just kind of spammed the button too much there. And you can see that despite having a shit ton of siege, we have been demolished by both by, you know, Red's supply advantage and his production. He has an insane amount of production, and he destroyed us. So we had to forfeit there. But it was a great game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll take a look real quick here at the timeline, so you can see, you know, so our own, you know, let's take a look at economy. So we had a pretty normal start with everyone else, but then we kind of got, once we got H4, we had some harassment from Pink come in, I think, and kill some of my vills. You know, but it didn't really matter. The only thing that was a problem for everybody in this game was gold, right? So this is the point you can see where I made like 50 plus of those monks, and we just got a huge gold bank, right? Even Red was the only other player with any gold at that point, and he you know, he'd only about half of what I had, right? So it was quite a huge bank of gold. But Red, in the end, you know, I lost my, as you see here, unfortunately threw away my monks in the middle, trying to help defend. But I think if I combine those monks with some gunpowder units out of my my gunsmith, then we would have had a very different situation there, holding the sacred site maybe. A few Rebel Quins earlier, especially earlier on in that fight, would have been amazing, I think, when he was trying to push my sacreds. It might have done work on the a lot more cannons too. Would have done work on those rams pretty well. But it was just kind of tough. But props to Red for winning this one out. You can see that he just, you know, he had more, and the end I didn't have much. Let's see, does it show my, I'm not sure if I see, okay, I guess maybe this little spike here is when I got all those cannons and Rebel Quins. It doesn't really show it too well on the score screen, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. One of the craziest games we've played, and as we see in this game, I guess it proves the controller versus keyboard battle is in favor of controller players. Just kidding. I'm actually really amazed that Red was able to do this on a controller. I myself would never even consider playing either an FPS or a RTS game with a controller. No way, right? But I have seen it played, I think, on a stream or two, and it does look like it's a lot better than you would expect it to be. The main problem, I think, is you just don't have enough buttons to click. So maybe you know, I don't know how you set it up, but maybe you have to get a special tonic controller, or you have to get, you know, you have to make some macros or whatever it is, and maybe you side by side with the keyboard. I don't really know how they do it, honestly, but there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.